Super Mario 64 paintings are a work of art that should be placed in an actual museum one day, so many people can appreciate them for being so impactful to us Mario fans over the years. Which is precisely why I will be rating all the Super Mario 64 physical paintings, not portals, in the game. Starting with Bob-omb Battlefield. Since I'm using the DS version, these paintings have been updated with the modernized models for characters. This one is pretty much the same as the original, but you can see that the mountain where King Bob-omb usually stands is present, as well as the bombs having fuses and a wind-up key, which are clear upgrades. The painting color seems a little dull compared to the N64's vibrant colors, but it's not a huge deal. I rate this 70 out of 100 solely because it could have been a little brighter with less dark clouds fogging up the background. Next is Whomp's Fortress. This is basically identical to the original, except it's slightly upscaled, but let's be real. This painting is beautiful as it is, as it clearly illustrates the spectacle of the fortress that the Whomp King has been sacrificed to create as a way of asserting Mario's dominance. This painting is S tier because it pretty much includes the entire level in one picture, giving the player a great idea what they're diving into. Not to mention that it's very colorful and vibrant, and gives out major Mario-esque vibes. I rate this a 98 out of 100 because it's one of my favorite paintings ever. The next one is Jolly Roger Bay, which uses the Japanese version with the bubbles and deep dark waters. Honestly, I feel like this would have made more sense as the painting for Dire Dire Docks, because it doesn't really explain what the painting is known for other than just being a water level. The one with the sunken ship is a far better design for JRB, since that's what you enter for one of the stars. It serves as a flotation device for getting the red coins, and is pretty much the main course of the level. The DS version is a little lackluster, but it's not bad either, just a little generic. I rate this 56 out of 100 because the darkness of the water gives off ominous vibes, which is cool. Speaking of cool, the next painting is Cool Cool Mountain. This is one of those paintings that got a major redesign as the Mr. Blizzards lost their pink mittens and instead received blue hats, buttons, and yellow gloves. I think this painting is fine with the new designs, but I honestly prefer the old Mr. Blizzard design because they seem more threatening with the emotionless faces. The outlines of the painting seems a little less bold compared to the N64 version, as the new snowmen look less rigid. I rate this a 73 out of 100 because it illustrates the main focus of the level, which is the snowman. Lethal Lava Land's paintings remains unchanged because it has bold outlines all over with a huge menacing face that scared the bejesus out of me as a kid. I believe this face is referencing one of the fiery faces from Super Mario World that the Bowser spits them out. This one is a little confusing because nowhere in the level does his face ever appear, so it's a little misguided. Instead, I would have used the background of Lethal Lava Land in the painting itself, or put up pictures of the bullies forming a group, since they're everywhere in this level. I rate this a 42 out of 100 because it basically lied to us about the face being included in the level, and should have used something that is actually in the level other than just being a lava world. The next painting is Wet Dry World. The Skeeter Bro got a big glow up as he's sporting yellow suction cups instead of orange. His head is blue rather than green, and his pupils are less detailed and has an antenna that looks like Bomberman. The water texture is very clear in comparison, which is a nice touch. I rate this at 84 out of 100 because the new design of the Skeeter is an improvement, and the painting looks a lot cleaner in my opinion. The next is Tall Tall Mountain, which got a huge glow up compared to the original. Not only does it include more mushrooms, but it includes the waterfall in the painting, which is an integral part of the level itself. It's overall more detailed and vibrant. This mountain looks pretty relaxing, and I always wanted to sleep on those giant mushrooms. I rate this at 85 of 100 because it's colorful and detailed. The next one is Tiny Huge Island, which shows modernized Goombas. The giant one has his mouth closed, whereas the original had both mouths open. I honestly prefer the original because we never got to see this version of Goombas in the game itself. The new one is fine, but it just looks like they slapped renders of Goombas and called it a day. I rate this 68 out of 100 because it gets the job done, but it looks a little generic. Next one is a normal painting of the sky with the sun shining down upon the land. I assume this is supposed to be the painting for the Wing Cap Tower level, but I'm not entirely sure. I rate this a 30 out of 100 because it's just a very normal picture of the sky and nothing more. The next one is a brand new painting of Delfino Isles exclusive to the DS version. It's a serene island showcasing palm trees and a couple of islands with no enemies present. It clearly showcases how the level looks. I personally would have added a couple of enemies like Lakitus and Piranha Plants to decorate the painting, but it looks fine. I rate this a 95 out of 100 because it's very accurate to what the level actually looks like. The next one is exclusive to the DS version, which is a portrait of Mario that Peach has in a room for some reason. I wonder what she was planning on doing with it. This picture is a very flattering piece of the main plumber himself with the calming blue background. This portrait really brings out the glint in Mario's blue eyes and captures the fluffiness of his mustache. I rate this a 90 out of 100 because he's the star of the show and it's a solid painting. The next is Luigi, which is another DS exclusive, and it showcases Mario's fear for brother in a dank green room. Luigi here looks like he's being held at gunpoint, or he sees the ghost behind the camera, but is too scared to tell him. I rate this a 90 out of 100 because Luigi is the best bro. The next is yet another DS exclusive, of none other than a Chad Wario in a fitting faint purple room. His flawless white choppers indicates that he brushes and flosses his teeth twice a day, and the vibrant yellow colors of his shirt really stands out, making it easy to spot from afar. This is a pretty flattering portrait of him, and a rate of 100 out of 100 because I'm very biased and that's pretty much it. The next is Bowser, which is a huge difference from the original, because this one shows a 3D model, whereas the original was a 2D drawing. I gotta say, the original was superior, because it had that old school Mario charm to it, whereas this one is just another model they slapped on, and called it a day. His model's fine, but they could have at least used the original drawing and brushed it up. I rate this an 80 out of 100, because it's Bowser after all, like come on. The final piece is Princess Peach. This is yet another model they used to slap on to a painting, but the original looked like a little creepy, like she was being held at gunpoint, and this one was a lot less ominous in comparison. It would have been nice to actually enter this painting and experience the peach-themed level, where everything is pink, and the sun is always shining, and the air smells like warm root beer, and the mushrooms are also fluffy. Well, that's all the paintings in the game for now, and it was fun rating every one of them and seeing them side by side to see how much changed. Which painting did you like the most? Comment down below, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to for more videos like these.